What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, y'all know how I did end up going over the showcase in Forza Horizon 4 and 3. Well, y'all know at this point, I had to also talk about the ones here in Forza Horizon 2, because I kind of like seeing how every game does them and the differences they try to do with the overall showcases to see, like, maybe they made them a little more simple or, different approaches with them overall. And also, it kind of makes me think about Forza Horizon 6 on what we will end up seeing. I'm going to guess right now we will probably end up seeing some type of train, maybe something absolutely insane like the Gundam thing at the end of the trailer. Who knows? But when I was doing the showcase races here in Forza Horizon 2, guys, I gotta admit, I did enjoy them. I actually found them pretty dang fun. The first one you will see in the background right now, you will end up racing the jets in the Ferrari. This is really early on in the game, and it's actually like super early on in the game. Like, you pretty much have to do this to progress, or you do a championship, a full one, and then you do this. So yeah, I would say a lot of players probably did this one pretty quick, but either way, you are racing a few jets there in the Ferrari. You're also one of my favorite roads in the entire game as well. I really do love this entire area, guys. I'm not even gonna lie, I spent way too much time over here and doing this entire event with the jets flying over, with the smoke everywhere, the screen shaking, trying to kind of look at the jets and where they're going while trying to drive wasn't working all that good, and I kind of crashed a little bit too much, or wasn't really paying attention enough when I was doing it. But overall, though, the scenery in this showcase, the jets flying around, it was honestly, for me, a 10 out of 10. But the next one after that, you will then have to drive a Lancia, and guess what? You are racing a train. Now, this train one kind of made me think about Forza Horizon 4 when you had to use the aerial nomad thing. You had to race in the snow. I'm going to be real and say I feel like that one, I probably enjoyed that one a little bit more than this one. But I did like the route overall on it. And something I was noticing about Forza Horizon 2, at least when it does come to these showcases, is I feel like in ways they did make them a tad more simpler. Like, they weren't trying to make these absolutely insane. You know what I'm saying? We did end up seeing a bigger change in them when, the games did end up progressing and stuff. And who knows what we will end up seeing in Forza Horizon 6, dude. I also want to know in the comments below, what are some of your predictions for these showcase events? What do you guys think we will see? You think we will see jets, trains? Think we will end up seeing like the Gundam? Who knows? I don't know what they're going to do, but it is in Japan, so I'm really excited to see what they will end up doing with those. But one thing I did like about this event, now y'all know I'm an off-road head, so being able to drive a rally car like the Lancia here on this really fun off-road trail area, or, dirt road, following along the train, I did really enjoy the scenery in this one. I did like, the entire course they had set up. So overall, I would say this one was a really good change. After that, though, the next one kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't expecting this. I saw something about hot air balloons. I'm like, okay, that's cool. What? Am I racing hot air balloons? Surely enough, dude, you're racing hot air balloons in the 037. You are also once again doing a really fun dirt road course here, but you will see tons of hot air balloons everywhere. This one honestly did throw me for a loop because it also made me think about the blimp one that was in Forza Horizon 3. Personally, I did enjoy that one a lot. The blimp was absolutely hilarious, bro. It was so big, and it was just kind of hilarious racing against that. But seeing a bunch of hot air balloons, I feel like this was a cool one because there was around 37 of them. They're pretty much all over the place. You see them floating by, like, low to the ground and stuff, and you pretty much will end up passing all of them. Now, is it a crazy showcase that's making your screen shake like the planes and all kinds of insane stuff? Probably not. But overall, visually, though, I did honestly like this one. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a change. I wasn't expecting a hot air balloon. I was kind of thinking maybe they do a blimp or something, from playing Forza Horizon 3. But no, they did a different approach. This time, we would end up seeing something like that. So I feel like hot air balloons was kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. But the next one after that, though, it then puts you in a Raptor. This is also another plane one. I could tell in Forza Horizon 2 they were enjoying the overall, like, I guess you could say the plane method. There's a good amount of planes in these showcases. Not saying that's a bad thing, because for me, racing this plane right now brought me back to one game specifically the entire time I was doing it, which is hilarious because for some reason, Forza Horizon 2 is really bringing a lot of memories back into me from old games. I don't know, I really don't know why. Maybe think about the old Need for Speed games, making me think about MX Unleashed when you had to race the biplane. I don't know why that's what I thought about. But y'all know what's kind of insane about this, though, is I really don't understand why, but Forza Horizon 2 really has made me go full nostalgia with older games and stuff. I don't know what it is. Like, when I was doing these showcase events or even just playing this game, like seeing the plane fly by or doing the different events, I have no clue if it's like the setting of the game, the overall design of it, the way they're doing stuff on here. But being real with y'all, though, it really is making me go full nostalgia more than any of the other Forzas I've played so far. Or if I'm being real, kind of any other game I played in recent time. I feel like Forza Horizon 2 really is kind of hitting me with that. But besides all of that, let's now move over to the last one here, which you will end up racing a huge cargo plane. This one is also in the rain, and I love the weather in this game. I love the effects of it. I still have to realize the game is in 2014, but the cargo plane in this is obviously massive. You thought it would be a tiny plane, right? No, the cargo plane is huge. I was honestly a bit surprised seeing the other plane, and the reason for that is I didn't even know what the showcase events in this game were. I try to go into all the Forzas not really looking at stuff. I'd never played these games ever until now, right? So I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm like, all right, well, let's go jump in and do all the showcase events. Same with Forza Horizon 3 and 4. And that was one of the big things I was really aiming and trying to do, is simply not look anything up, go in, do the showcases blindly, not know what they actually are. And I gotta admit, after playing Forza Horizon 4, 3, and 2, I think every game had really fun showcase events. And you know what? I also enjoyed Forza Horizon 5's showcase events on top of it. I do think these events are really fun. They are interesting with the way they do it. And it really makes me super interested in what they will do with Forza Horizon 6. Now, for me, though, if I was to pick my favorite showcase events here in Forza Horizon 2, I would probably say number one is most likely in the Ferrari, the first showcase event you do. Seeing the jets fly over the mountains and the entire road and the atmosphere over there on that entire coastal area is just, it's honestly beautiful. I love that place. That is easily number one. Now, number two, though, I'm going to be real and say I think the cargo plane might have to take number two for me. I did enjoy this event simply down to the atmosphere as well. I love the rain coming down. I also did enjoy driving the Jaguar with seeing the big cargo plane in the distance. It does set a pretty cool tone. I think picking the rain in this one was really dope. And now, if we were looking at something along the lines of Forza Horizon 3 and 4, I gotta admit, guys, the plane race in Forza Horizon 3 when you were racing through Surfer's Paradise, my goodness, that one was absolutely amazing. I might even do a video of all the showcases, maybe my favorite ones. I think that's a pretty dope video idea. I might end up doing that because after playing Forza Horizon 2, it's kind of making me think about every game showcase now and like my favorite ones overall. I may have to do that. That sounds pretty dope. Now, I gotta admit though, overall, I feel like Forza Horizon 2's showcase events might not be as crazy, or I guess you could say again, they might be more simple than what you'd see in Forza Horizon 3 and 4. And even though Forza Horizon 2 may not have the insane stuff that 3 and 4 did, whether that was the insane effects or the different things that you'd see in those showcases, I still think Forza Horizon 2 absolutely nailed this, especially because it came out in 2014. So I immediately had to remind myself that, yo, maybe some of these events might have not been as crazy as those, but keep in mind they're blocked that this game is kind of older, or at least on the older side. So for me, it was kind of along the way of, okay, well, this game is older, and what they try to do with these showcase events was still super dope back then. No other game was doing insane races like this. And when you jump into them, you will definitely experience all of them, even though they might not be as intense that you probably want them to be, or, you know, kind of crazy stuff going on. They are still super enjoyable, and going through Forza Horizon 2, 3, and 4, and also 5, and doing all the showcase events, I can't wait to see what we see in Forza Horizon 6. I am mad excited to see these showcase events in that game. Do let me know your thoughts on these showcase events in Forza Horizon 2. And again, guys, I gotta ask you all this question. What do you think we will see in Forza Horizon 6 when it comes to these showcase events? Honestly, I hope we see some type of teaser. I'm gonna say it, though. One of them will probably end up being a train.